Now, we got to talk about a special moment. Welcome to the big leagues, Carson Bench.
Take a seat. Tell me what your team did this time.
Hey guys,
This
welcome
is
to
Slug
Sluggish Sports Therapy, where we heal sports pain, break down the biggest stories, and talk the game the way real fans do. I'm your sports therapist, Slugger. Let's get into today's session. What's up, guys? It's Slug here, and the MLB season has officially kicked off yesterday. The Yankees handled business yesterday, taking down Logan Webb and the Giants 7-0. But the game I had my eyes on is the other New York team, the Mets. My New York Mets took on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I'm not gonna lie, I just got back from the game, and that was a fun one. Now, I will say this, the traffic was absolutely horrific. I didn't even get to my seat by the time it was like the bottom of the first inning. But when I walked into the game got really interesting pretty quickly. The Pirates struck first. Freddie Peralta gave up a two-run shot to Brandon Lowe, and just like that, it was 2-0 Pittsburgh. And I'm sitting there thinking, good Lord, we're already down 2-0, and we got to deal with Paul Skenes. That's not exactly the situation you want to be in, but here's where things got started to get to turn. And Paul Skenes, who's usually dominant, just didn't have it. And to make matters worse for Pittsburgh, the defense didn't do him any favors, especially O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal's a talented player, but center field is not his natural position. He took a terrible route on the ball hit by Brett Baty, which turned into a triple and drove in 3 runs. That was a huge moment, and it didn't stop there. On another play, he completely lost the ball in the sun, which turned into an RBI double for Marcus Semien. That's the kind of stuff that shifts momentum in a game. And for the Mets, they took full advantage. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning. That's how you respond. And another guy who really stood out today is newly acquired Luis Robert Jr. He was impressive. He had a great at bat against Skeen in that first inning that turned into a walk, and he ended up scoring on Baty's triple. Later on, he came through again with two RBI single and with an RBI single with 2 outs. And defensively too, he made a terrific catch that got Freddie Peralta out of trouble. I've got high hopes for Luis this season because of his raw potential. I'm excited to see what he does this season. Now, let's go back to Peralta for a second. He didn't have his sharpest stuff, and I think it's fair to say, but give him credit. He battled. He gave you 5 innings, kept the game under control after that early damage, and honestly, that was just enough. Sometimes it's not about being dominant; it's just about being effective, and he did enough to earn the win. Now, we got to talk about a special moment. Welcome to the big leagues, Carson Bench. Carson Bench stepped up and absolutely launched one into the bullpen. And that was a missile, like a laser off the bat. Like as soon as he hit that ball, I knew that ball was gone. And that was the first home run of his career and the first home run of the season for the Mets. So what a way for him to introduce himself into the lineup after striking out twice his first couple at bats. The crowd gave him a standing ovation, well-deserved standing ovation, and you love to see that. Met fans really embraced him out there. And then right after that, Francisco Alvarez said, "I got one too." He hit a moonshot, absolute no doubter, into the second deck, and just like that, the Mets kept piling it on. Tobias Harris looked solid apart from that home run he gave to Ryan O'Hearn. His line was 3 innings. He allowed just run in the 3 innings. So that was pretty solid on his part. But my biggest takeaway from this game, the Mets lineup showed something really important. That's depth. I saw a ton of quality at bats today. Guys weren't chasing. They were really working the counts. They were making pitchers earn everything, and the numbers backed it up. They walked 9 times, and that kind of patience is exactly how you beat a pitcher like Paul Skenes. You don't try to overpower him. You just out-discipline him, and that's exactly what the Mets did. They also capitalized on every mistake that the Pirates made. And yeah, I mean, The Pirates might not be one of the top teams in the league, but good teams take advantage of those opportunities every single time. Now, I'm not going to overreact. It's just one game. It's way too early to say what this team is going to be. But if they continue to play like this, with this kind of approach at the plate, this team has the potential to be very, very good. So the next game is set for Saturday at 4:10, and the pitching matchup will be Mitch Keller versus our southpaw David Peterson, and that should be a good one. So let's continue doing what we're doing, and let's go Mets. Slug out.
If your team got stress, come talk to me. Wins or losses, yeah, there's therapy. From the heartbreak place to the victory, you got problems, Slug got the remedy.